Hello everyone, welcome on in. My name is Estanie, my pronouns are she, her. I'm a variety streamer, artist, and voice actress. And I found out how to pin messages today. I have to go into mod mode in order to pin them. But we're checking out an exclusive extended devo for Tavern Talk, which is currently live on Kickstarter. They just went live today and they've already crushed their initial goal of, I think it's £20,000 or $21.99, something. Hold on. There's a pinned message. Can you not see it? Or are you talking about having to go into mod mode? Yeah, that was the only way I was able to pin a message. I had to go into mod mode because there's no option here. I can reply to messages here, but I can't click on anything. But yeah, they have currently raised $21,978 of their $21,000 and $21,099 goal. There we go. So congratulations to them for already crushing their first goal. They have a bunch of stretch goals as well. But we're going to be checking this out on stream today. And they do have a demo available on Steam that is about an hour long. We get to meet everybody and brew some drinks. But we got an invite to check out an exclusive extended demo. So we're going to be doing that today. Might be an FFZ thing. I might have to go into my settings then, because I do have FFZ, but I don't know if it allows it on my dashboard or not. Not helpful for an already sent message. Yeah, fair. Anyway, welcome on in, everyone. Hello, Saint Guard. Hello, Dibria. Hello, Golden. I think I've caught you all. But yeah, I'm really excited to check this out. I watched a little bit of the trailer for it. And it's very much inspired by games like Coffee Talk, but it's also reminding me a little bit of Valhalla, and I loved that game, so I'm really excited to check it out. So, let's check it out. I'm covering up this cute little guy in the corner. Look at this cute little guy in the corner. I love them. All right, so this is Tavern Talk. I'm going to go into the settings, so I'm probably going to have to lower the audio down a little bit. There we go. I think that seems about right. Look at this art. I'm so excited. Also, oh, you get to choose your pronouns. Very nice. How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. So if you've not heard of this game, it is part visual novel, part tavern running simulator. Stage 1 of opening every game for the first time, turn down the sound settings. Pretty much, yes. Especially because streaming. Otherwise, I could just turn down my speakers and it wouldn't be an issue. '57th of the Wake, Act 1, The Wayfarer's Inn, New Beginnings. But yeah, it's supposed to be like very much inspired by like running a tavern in like a D&D setting. And I already really love like all of the styling and the art for it. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's just so pretty. Look at it. Look at these backgrounds. I love them. All right. I cannot move my mouse, I'm concerned. Uh-oh. I'm actually very concerned that everything has crashed because I think everything is frozen right now. Like I can't, nothing's running in OBS, like none of the bars are moving. Okay, well I have a mouse cursor now, so that's good. Okay. I might have to try to go into the... I don't know if I can change like the resolution settings or anything though. But whatever it's doing seems to be too much for my PC, which is surprising. Maybe something locking up in Task Manager. So let's turn some things off. I think it just uses a lot of memory, and that's part of the issue. I even rebooted my computer and everything for this. I mean, at least we can see this cute little elf. I'm gonna pop to the main menu real quick. I think the only options... Oh! Well, now my Control-Alt-Delete finally worked. I can hit cancel because we're fine. Yeah, it could just be that it's not optimized super well because it's an early demo for it, which, you know, makes sense. They're going to be working on that as they continue to work on the game. Yeah, the only options are audio settings. I wonder if there's a way for me to force it into like a lower resolution. Yes, it's overloading encoding, but I'm not sure how to fix that. So I'm gonna quit out of it real quick, and we're gonna take a look at what we can do. Because it's overloading encoding, and it's also using a lot of memory, which I don't have a ton free. Hey, Corey. Yeah, let me open up our settings folder. I think if I change anything in the video settings, I would probably have to relaunch. Edit one of the config files to force a resolution, but that might be in depth to do midstream. I mean, we can take a look and see what we can do. Why do I have 6 ping? Oh, everyone's just talking in the D&D chat. That's fine. So I don't need to change the encoder, I don't think. We're going to do hardware encoding. I think I'm just going to change the preset to performance. And see if that helps. I think I'm also going to drop down the bit rate because we shouldn't need a super high bit rate for a visual novel because there shouldn't be a lot of motion happening on stream. And then I'm going to pull up the local files and see if I can find like a config at all. Manage, browse local files. Let's see if there's anything we can do. Because like even if I could force it into like a window or something, that could be helpful. Well, I found a config file. I'm gonna try opening it up in a text editor and see what the options are, if any. There isn't anything in there for resolution. So we'll just see if this does it. Might not play with streaming software. Maybe. I guess we'll find out. Again, I think partially it's just when it loaded up, it was using a lot of memory. So I think that could have been the issue. But we've turned some stuff off. We've adjusted some of our settings. So, okay, at least save that. Let's give this a try again. And hopefully not have everything go wrong. Yeah, so it's already using like 3.5 megabytes. And like I said, I don't have a ton free. Probably need a new hard drive, to be honest. Yeah, it just uses a lot of memory. That's the issue for me, because we'll just try to get through it. Because it does seem like it's mostly working. It's just struggling a little. Hi, Inkeep. How's it going? All nice and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All nice and dandy? Yes, all nice and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Is it better? That answers that question. I actually don't know if that's a good yes or no. Is it working? I know, it's a really pretty game. How's it looking on your end? Seems okay if not too much is happening on screen. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. Oh, the bird's moving! I can see it and her face is moving. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I think when it does the zoom and when it like loads new characters in, it struggles a little bit there, but it's playable, so that's good. Oh, also, if I'm not using my VTube model or my ping tuber, I can, if it'll let me, hang up in Discord, which might also help. Okay. Even better! I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Why doesn't she look happy about this? Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome. Did it? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great! I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so. Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is exciting as a dried nut. Well, nuts are healthy. Very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts: walnuts, peanuts, pecan nuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just, not something very fun. Allergic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No, I think that counts as a mistake. So, what you're saying is that you're missing the spice. Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. That's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly, that's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. Aw, fable. So, a classic case of boredom. I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly funny. Have you tried visiting a circus? Dark Persona! Hello! Thank you so much for raiding. Welcome on in, raiders. My name's Estania. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a variety streamer, artist, and voice actress, and today we're checking out the exclusive extended demo for Tavern Talk, which is a new visual novel that is just launched on Kickstarter. They've just, they launched literally today and it's already fully funded, but they do have some stretch goals, so if you want to check that out and support this game, you can hit !promo or check the pinned message at the top of the chat. They also do have a demo up on Steam if you want to play it for yourself. How is Soul Hackers? How was your stream? And welcome on in, everybody. Have you tried visiting a circus? Huh? Well, perhaps you can find something funny there. I'm not into the whole circus thing. Clowns scare me. I always think they have ulterior motives. How they look at me with their empty eyes and wide smiles. Whoa, scary. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing. But what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things if I never live through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. She wants to become an adventurer. So you all meet in a tavern. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph, resting by the lakes. May you live in interesting times is a curse. You're not wrong. A pretty nymph? That's daring. Well, of course it is. That's the point. Finding them enjoying themselves in the water. The sun shining through the treetops, making the stream glisten in fragmented light. A divine beauty. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice this tentacle over here. Fanfic. All good suggestions. She's a bard. I think she is a bard. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. False advertising, you know. Do you like the idea of beauty elementals even if you'll die for looking at them? Oof. Okay, maybe one day I get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I would love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a featherlight nymph floating in the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Why not both? Why not both? Both is fine. Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Though? I was wondering. I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Yes, give me a tutorial. I don't know what I'm doing. Really? Yeah, sure. What do I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me, it's fine. This little bundle of nerves. Also, it feels like Tavern Talk has chilled out quite a bit now. The initial, like, 2,000 megabytes or 3,000 has now settled down to a very calm 725. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. Tutorial or absolutely not under any circumstances. I gotta keep my secrets. So this is what it looks like back here? Hello, Undo. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Oh, where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Oh, you pinned my order. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log, just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't just freehand mix something to see what sticks? Nah. I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial. So I stick to my recipes. Is Andu a baby dragon? Might be, I don't know. Just a little guy. Just a little round lad. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? Yeah, it does have Valhalla vibes. That's a big reason why I was so interested in it. I can either erase it with the sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. Look at this round good boy. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. That's what Andu's for. No wonder Andu's so round. I bet I mess up a lot. Looks like the drink crafting is more in depth, like they took the concept and ran with it. Yeah. I'm excited to do some drink crafting. Once I'm done, I press the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magic details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Okay, so we're making a swift strike. So it looks like it is mostly dexterity with a little bit of defense. So okay. So we need a little bit of defense. That doesn't look right. Oh, apparently it is right. The edges are so wobbly, I wasn't sure if it was correct, but I think I've done it. Wow, it actually does teleport! Of course. What did you think was happening? Well, I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That is delicious! I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Oh, she's so happy. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'll be the end of you? Well, maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but... But what? Never mind. Ooh, who's this guy? How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific, thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma can't hurt. Sure, whatever. Is he a nymph? I have no idea. Okay, so we are gonna do a spoken heart, which looks like it is gonna be mostly charisma with a splash of, I think, strength. Oh, whoop. Yeah, I messed that up. Oh! You don't have to pour the whole thing off. Interesting. So we need a dash of strength and a dash of defense, I think. There we go, we did it. This should be digestible, maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of the banshee haunting the Lost Snow Lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Alright. Oh, we got a rumor. Hold on. Ooh. I can move them around. Oh, that's cool. A banshee is haunting the Lonesome Lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully a rhetorical device. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine? Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that patters down the mountain. We're the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes. No. Not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It is my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yes. What if it is wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. I hope that changes, Fable. But you're welcome. Ooh, hello. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment, Innkeeper. Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Carolyn. You can call me Care. Or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Carolyn. What can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink. You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. Ugh, no. No quests for me. But I may have one for you on your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Trigarin, terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Erove. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up. Go Carolyn in wintertime, boo! Like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? I think so. Nah, that just split society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire. Which one were you in, Keep? I mean, I gotta go with my heart. I got a thing for vampires. Ah, so you're into the fangs, ain't ya? An innkeep never tells. You little rascal. I like you. Look at her little plushy face. Likewise. What about you? Vampires. Why is that? Those are too close to my kin, and yeah, I'd rather stay away from them. Is that the reason why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just too afraid he might look a little too familiar to my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know? Hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is it a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You couldn't tell. Same fate had befallen Aunt Olga. Bleh, sorry. Same fate had befallen Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that hag had it coming. Never stay behind your grooming schedule. Before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Dunno. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that's southern werewolf, yes? Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a danger situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works. On any dog. Trust me. Okay. Good to know. Thanks, Care. Lynn? It's not that hard. It's either Carolyn, Care, or Lynn. Gotcha, Lynn. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. I think she's flirting with me. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. Okay. Not that we would water anything down, but it sounds like a southern brawler is what was, yeah, yep. Southern brawler, let's go. I haven't put the personalized naming feature into this game yet. I do hope that it has one, but also I liked the whole you playing hard to get thing because it felt a little flirty and I liked it. Need some water. So it looks like it's going to be 3 strength and 1 defense and 1 charisma. Beautiful. A drink with 0 water, as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back north, through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to clean up. What kind of business? Personal business. That feels a little pushy, but care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will ya? I mean, I would. I don't know if the game will let me, though. No, apparently I won't. Apparently I'm just that nosy. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptake up north, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that. Yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead? It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just gonna open up wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. I mean, you started this conversation. Kind of. I don't know. Hi, Rave. And I'm ending it. Alright. Well then. If you find any more rumors for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups. But sure, more work, I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. I know, I agree. Maybe not very, but at least a little presumptuous, and I'm not okay with it. I could use some help. Let's do a tutorial. Fine. I guess I got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. This is where I sort all the rumors I've collected. You're absolutely right, Rave. We started this. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. Wait, why is this Fable? I don't think this is supposed to be Fable. This is supposed to be Lynn, so I'm gonna keep reading it as Lynn. I think the next step would be sorting the fitting snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select that quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thanks for your help, Lynn. Put it on my tab. That's not how it works. Good night to you too. Oh, she's gone. All right, then. Let's assemble this quest. So we got werewolf, and werewolf. Oh my gosh, look at our little illustration. I love it. A recent Vukaken passed by the Wayfarers Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Trigarin from Irove. They pose a potential threat to helpless sheep and villagers. Apparently, werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take take on the quest and save Tregaren from this werewolf mayhem. I don't know how they're getting paid, but that works. Feed the dragon. Do a sweep. Blow out the candle and say goodnight. Yes, our little dragon is very cute. Pain and exposure? No, not acceptable. Oh, Fable took the werewolf quest. I have concerns. Also, I was curious if I could, ooh, okay. I was curious if I could turn my other rumor into a quest. Because we have the, oh, I don't think we have enough. We have one little snippet about a banshee and we have one little snippet about undead snails. But none of that is enough to actually make a quest out of. So Fable has never been on an adventure before. She's basically a level one, maybe, bard who really wants adventure and has no experience. And I'm worried she's gonna get mauled and eaten by a werewolf. So hopefully she finds a party to go with her. What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregaren. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday. Not yet. Did we learn Fable's pronouns? You know what? I don't think that we did. I don't think Fable specified. So maybe we should default to they until it becomes clear. Actually, do we have anything in our... Fusions, ingredients, recipes... Nope, no idea. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even. Preferably one who's good with a bow. One that will tell me that they want the quest. Oh, I am good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. And maybe I want that quest? Just maybe. No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern, and the quest practically jumps out at me, and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near the forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you've got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you about if anyone had taken it yet. And then? Well, I didn't think that far. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf. Or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if I try to shoot it with my silver arrow? And I miss and I shoot a tree instead, and then the tree will be mad at me? But it won't really matter because I'll be dead. Because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable? Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe? I can't make that decision for you. Well, neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. She's got decision paralysis, poor thing. Like a slime, frozen in slime, a frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern's open to everyone. Oh, right. Well, what do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. Well, maybe you can add my bones to your menu soon. You'll have to pick them up from the forest. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to just give up free bones. Feel called out by Fable, way more concerned about people being mad at me than literal werewolf injury. Oh no. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think that would take up more time than we have. About taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh. Well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic, Fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. Hey, Kubo, how's it going? Welcome on in. But every time I think about embarking on that quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all of my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Bones don't shake. Your body does. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf. We don't know what it is thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have a history, right? Great feats they can look back on to define their bravery. Inspirational stories that remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. It was a cute line. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. This one feels more important. Why would no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy they are, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out of a whole kingdom. Everyone will pass it, except for me. I'll get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had just been once. It seems that my life only follows the path that is the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the weeping Amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all of the sadness of the world rush over me. I'd never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture made from hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. What about your first encounter with the Hydra? Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the Dream Plane Avalon. I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it has fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. And it looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things are as changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra's given me a riddle. A quest! Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. Just bring him some tea. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know I'm not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore and I ran back and apologized and begged it for the answer. Turns out that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Yeah. Did you get it one? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had been an antidote it had needed, it would have died. Wood halves are as useful as an antidote when you have not been poisoned. It changes nothing. I suppose you have a point. Alright, tell me about this Mary Morgan incident. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. That was probably the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me. Do we really have to talk about that? Only if you want to. Alright. But just because it's you. An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears a great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirit's home to it. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger, and a merchant up in Tregarin recommended me. And no riddles to get confused about either. So I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure! Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous, so of course, it ought to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. What I'm hearing is fables successfully healed themselves from a poison flower on the spot and befriended a hydra. That is also what I'm hearing. Fable's doing great. Why were you nervous? New people! Seasoned adventurers! One stronger than the other, in shining armor and armed to their teeth? I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way of that. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending looks on my back as I walked them through the woods. Oh, it's just in their head, isn't it? Of course I don't know whether they actually looked. My fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I blacked out, I think. I never get lost in the woods before. But this time I did. I couldn't see well, with the blood rushing in my ears and feeling dizzy. So for some stupid reason, I led them along the path no one should ever pass. Past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that is known to drown men? Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms, and I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I am sure I'm still their laughingstock at every gathering. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the Chimera, residing in the Quag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. Also, we got a new rumor. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I need to sort these. According to the Amaranthine Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is a universal truth. Or maybe just rhymed with tides, who can say? This also has to do with a chimera. And then these three seem unrelated to anything, so I'm just gonna kind of throw them over there. Hey, Mundaruckus! Welcome on in! Today we are checking out Tavern Talk, the extended demo. It's currently live on Kickstarter. They also have a demo up on Steam if you want to play it for yourself. But you didn't. But I didn't. You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So, in a way, I am like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. How is it so far? It's very cute. And it's very pretty. And the drink making is fun. It's very visual novel with a little bit of drink making. I hope that we get to learn a bunch of new recipes. But I don't know that we'll be able to in this beta version. You'll have to find out then. Right now we're trying to encourage Fable, who is this little level 1 bard or something that's never been on a quest, but longs for adventure. We're trying to encourage them to take a quest and realize their potential and get some confidence. Like, on a quest. For example, don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change my sitting around? Is this like Coffee Talk? It's very much inspired by Coffee Talk, yes. Hey, Jess, welcome on in. I guess not. Someone has to help these people, right? Well, what if I don't and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows? You might even end up joining a party. Oh! And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I should not decide to give up before I even tried. Exactly, Fable. Yeah, it's like Coffee Talk, but in a sort of like Dungeons and Dragons medieval tavern setting. And it's very fun and it's very cute. Oh, I just noticed these claw marks here. I feel like our little pet dragon tried to climb the wall here. After all, I am a very quick runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay, I, Fable, great gardener and, future hero, charmer of nymphs, I'm going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. I have a little pet dragon, yes. Hopefully we'll get to show you soon. They're adorable. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes! Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm gonna need a surprise round advantage. Fable, what is your nymph thing? We don't kink shame here. Fable has a thing for nymphs and it's fine. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's just a hungry lost lichen after all, and all it needs is a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we can even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. So the question is... but of course, as I'm sure you're already aware, sorry for backseat mixing. This is our pet dragon, by the way, Jess. Look at them. They are adorable. And we can, if we mess up a drink, like here, I'll pour some of this in here. Blech. If we mess it up, we don't want it, we just feed it to Andu. I love them. They're so good. So, do we want to do dexterity with a swift strike or a spoken heart? Ollie! Hello! Welcome on in, Raiders! My name's Estanie. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a variety streamer, artist, and voice actress, and right now we are checking out the exclusive extended demo for Tavern Talk, which is currently live on Kickstarter. They just launched today. They've already hit their first goal for their initial funding goal, and they have a whole bunch of stretch goals. So if you like games like Coffee Talk or Valhalla, and you like Dungeons and Dragons and medieval settings, you'll probably like this game. They also have a demo out on Steam right now if you want to play it for yourself. It's very pretty, it's very fun, it's very cute. How is Timberborn? If you want to grab the links, you can check out the pinned message, or you can type !promo in chat. So right now, we have this elf, this little baby elf, going on their first quest. And we are going to influence how they approach this quest by what we brew them to drink. And I'm leaning towards... As much as I feel like Fable needs help with emotional oppression, I feel like talking werewolf down will be difficult. The deadly Fanta water caused my beavers to have a bad time, but apart from that, all good. Well, I hope you had a fun time. Could be a bait and switch and that's all the werewolf needs. I'm choosing to hope that this werewolf is just lost and needs help. I don't want I don't want them to have to fight a werewolf if they don't have to. Great for bards and emotionally repressed individuals, whereas a swift strike exceed any dwarf's kill count in no time. So yeah, I can't decide. Should we encourage Fable to sneak attack the werewolf, basically? Like shoot it, like sneak up and shoot it? Or should we encourage Fable to try to talk to the werewolf? I'm leaning towards trying to talk to the werewolf. So now we go into our drink brewing mechanics. So right now we've got these 5 ingredients. We have charisma, we've got dexterity, we've got, what is that one? Intellect, I guess, defense, and strength. So for this one, we're gonna do 3 charisma, 1 strength, and 1 defense. She technically is not in a party right now. She's soloing this quest. Which is part of why I'm not encouraged. I don't think she should fight it. Because I don't believe that they can solo a werewolf. We actually don't know what their pronouns are, so we're defaulting to they. I know, I love the dragon, and the dragon is also your I made a mistake thing. So if you don't want to actually brew this, you can just pour it out into Andu's mouth. But anyway, we're gonna go with this and hope for the best. This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. Farming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Tregaron. And I'm gonna protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could need that too. Yep, that's what we're doing right now, Gibbo. I have a mighty need for this. It's such a cute game. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I will be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed. I hope. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this! Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I would have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest, so... I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow up to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us. Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm awaiting another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course! I'm glad you like them. Maybe I will order a drink with some next time. I thought you couldn't handle spice. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Oh, please, Fable. I hope they win. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink. Yes, yes, drinkable, I get it. Could you try being more specific? That spoken heart one tasted fine. All right. Thank you. Another spoken heart coming up. Oh, I have to put the recipe in. You're not supposed to freewheel it. A spoken heart just for you. Maybe it'll help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. Oh my goodness, who are you two? And why did I give them the Russian voice when it should go on the vampire? Careful! You'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I serve you? Oh, not another one of those empty bobblers. I can confidently say I'm all but empty. That's what they all say. Ever since they were born, they've been alone on the streets, I believe it. Seems they've given you some more options than usual. Well, it doesn't convince me just yet. Oh, they think I'm an NPC, I get it. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Course. Probably forgot to give you enough intellect. Would surprise me if there actually was a brain inside of that skull. Yes, I do love... We were talking about this yesterday. I was doing a watch party. What times do you usually stream? Hey, lady. Lags a lot. There we go. I stream on Tuesdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. Enjoy your Baldur's Gate. But yes, Ollie, we were just talking about Bearded Lady Dwarves while we were watching Fantasy High. We're doing a watch party for that. And watching the first season of it. And we met a bearded lady dwarf, and it's always great. I always love a bearded lady dwarf. I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No, but I can assure you I'm different from your average background character. Sure. I must agree. You look much more delicious than they usually do. Thank you, though I should let you know, I'm not on the menu. Don't worry too much about it. He's a tad quirky. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape. Your cape. That's not his cape. That green fell on his shoulders and ooze. Or what's left of it. And the rest of it's on you. Aye. Pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names? Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquette de la Sang. De la Sang means of the blood, by the way. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood! Oh, if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. Oh, right, what do we got? What is our reddest drink? Southern Brawler, maybe? That's red. This is more like an orangey flame color. Yeah, let's do a Southern Brawler. I want to make a Sparkling Nebula at some point, or a Frosted Lagoon. They're interesting looking, but we haven't had a call to make them yet. Appreciate it. Don't want a heart drink? Apparently not. And yeah, sorry that it's so late. It's difficult for a lot of people who are across the pond for me, but I have to stream after work these days, so it's pretty much as early as I can do it and still like do my work stuff. We do occasionally, very rarely, stream on Sundays at like 12 Eastern, which is like 5 p.m. BST or GMT or something like that. So, but it's not very often because I'm usually busy on Sundays. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. Don't you apologize, not like you can control time zones. True. If only I could stream all the time, and then I could stream for everybody. It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe as a chaser, you could let me have a bite? No. Okay. And who may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frostgrip. Nice to meet. Yeah. Skip. Just serve me something strong. Something that feels durable, tough, like a mountain, or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. Rhea skipping my dialogue is so mean. No, it's a little bit of this, isn't it? A taste of the earth, just for you, valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholders? Let me try. I see you're many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks. Just how I like it. They don't realize that in this game they are the NPCs. I do believe that's the joke, yes. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? Fine. Guess you earned it. Alright, picture me deep in the mountains of Dulvamur, with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding my own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier, and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all times. Had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly this big ooze comes along and slurp. Gone it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now. It's nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills you? Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. What is up with Kyle? Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took my shovel. And dug, and hit, and dug, and hit, until there's nothing left anymore of the ooze. Well, almost nothing. This Kyle doesn't seem to be good at being a vampire. Agreed. So, did you dig out your gold? Silly food. She dug out me. And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold. Oh, yes. A big gold nugget should be enough to bring me to Boruvia. And perhaps I can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah. We did. Would you allow me to ask a question? What was that deal again? I get you to Barovia, so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return I get the gold. But what about my cape? Well, where have you last seen your cape? Oh, that was us. Sorry, not her. Where have you last seen your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put me capes? Where? In a wardrobe! Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe lands? What? No! Kyle? Maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you? We could? Phenomenal! I could put out a quest for you. But for that, we need a little more information. Good luck with that! Hey, Moonrat! First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strut in Barovia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course, I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It is quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for displaying your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore that cape to? My wedding! Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn, the vampiric Countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle. That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Lord, I'm telling by the way you walk, you're a ladies' vamp. Very well done, Corey. Oh, of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spat it out, leech! Oh. What? My cape? No, she just wanted his cape. She stole his cape. All rats, here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little, mean, vicious, beautiful beast. The very thief of thieves, robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No, I had that taken out centuries ago. But my cape, I could never live without it. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. Right? Sure. Do you think there is a courageous adventurer out there, brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. That's what we were setting up right now, so sure. Marrow Castle, where could a brave adventurer find it? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn, Queen of Darkness, Temptress of Men, Flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be aware, she bites! And she may be invisible now. Alright. I think I got everything I need. I will write up a quest for you, and I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so! That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue! I feel like calling myself out. I've got a very bad case of queer sitting. Alright, well, everyone make sure you're not sitting in a way that's gonna hurt your back, at the very least. You don't have to have proper posture, but make sure, like, you're not... Don't hunch over. No slouching too much. The invisible countess? Yes. And keep. Quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Another lagoon coming up. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. Might even last till dayfall with that. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work as it used to. I am out of practice and slime weighs heavily upon my shoulders. And my back is all icky. Why the dragons? Could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh. Oh, right, innkeeper. Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? But chance something that also moisturizes my delicate skin? I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, my Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of a chimera's saliva for sun protection. A chimera? This thing, beast, made out of several animals. I mean, at least it balances out the sunbathing, I guess. Got 3 heads and all, made by the dragons to guard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware, I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves, I could ask it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that'd go over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? What are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal. Oh nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze. I'm no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk amongst mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds, especially that. Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say, Innkeep, while we wait for someone to do his work for him, he'll perhaps have a room or 2. Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames right here. Sure thing. I got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real girl one day. Rude. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Alright, we need to make a quest. Alright, so, quest for the cape. At the foot of the Witch Wrath Peak resides the vampire Countess Evelyn, temptress of men. Careful, she might be invisible now. A quirky vampire is looking for his cape. He seems a bit confused, wanted to go for a stroll in the sun. The vampire last saw his cape on his wedding day before he was wed to Countess Evelyn. Hey there, Evelyn! On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife Countess Evelyn stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but be aware, she might be invisible. Alright, quest number 2 about the Chimera. A wyvern chimera resides in the Quag Mangrove. Adventurers beware. You might be on its menu. We also have, according to Amaranthine Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is universal. Or maybe just rhyme with tides, who can say? But the one thing that stands a chance against the grueling curse of the sun is chimera saliva, apparently. Source, Aunt Matilda, a vampire. Until sunrise. Deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in bright daylight. Is there any mouse or adventurer brave enough to confront the beast? The chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva. Disgusting. Quest complete, or at least quest written. We feed the dragon. We do a sweep. And we say goodnight. All right. My infusion shipment finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix Chili, I have 3 infusions now. Oh, look at my... Oh, they're not listed yet. Okay. I'll unpack them later when I have time. But I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Hey, Fable's alive! And Carolyn is also here. So, innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky fella. It's good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you, I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. Ooh, I think we have pronouns for Fable now. Yes, look at this wolf lady. And with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not. So you didn't join a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at least. Rude. My drinks are delicious. Also, family feud. Who does your emotes are so good? Me. I did them. They're mine. I drew them all. Every single one of them. You couldn't see me doing the... I was pointing at myself with my thumbs and wiggling my shoulders. But in me, I drew them. I also did a bunch of Saint Guards emotes, which I also love. I wouldn't call it a feud, more of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died. Nope. Elfie here was able to prevent it. Kayla's personality isn't as attractive as her looks. I think she's just got a gruff exterior and takes some warming up to. Yeah, the 3 in the blue suit I did not do, but I did the other ones for Saint. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. I was gonna kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot? I think she's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you did not want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance? They were both stealing sheep. Wasn't. Sure was. Adventure in paying what it once was. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. How does any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about at the begin? Oh, this is me, not her. How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon of the quest fable. Oh, right. The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove really swiftly. I reached the borders of Tregarin right after dawn. The Ashen Grove thins out at that part, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields, vineyards, and see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight, well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness and I'm no owl. Thank God. You're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay, I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping it quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. Lynn, what are you doing? Have a good night, Lady Laxalot. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you sleep well. But yes, it's quite late. So get some good sleep. And hopefully we'll get to see you again sometime. So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it. So I summoned up all my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect her to be in her full senses, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. You need to drink more. Ugh. It's been so long since I've done a visual novel that my voice is not trained to read so much. I'm out of practice. Okay.
It did confuse me, all right? Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them?
A polite person.
Or an insane one.
It worked, didn't it?
'Cause I ain't no werewolf.
He wasn't that different. But I am skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a, "What?" So the confusion plan had worked, but that wasn't really what I had expected. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because it's not a very nice thing to steal sheep." And she asked who I was.
No. I asked, "Who are you, a guard?"
Well, I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling growl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and had pierced it with a horrid yell.
Please. It was barely a bark.
And it made the blood freeze in my veins, and I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around.
You turned immediately.
And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow, gleaming eyes.
Gleaming with jaundice.
Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up.
He did.
But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. And when I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail.
And the sheep? Obviously, I set it down before.
Good. So, you came to Fable's aid?
No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, and had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old bleep. Hey, why can't I say that? What the? Youth protection. The age rating assessment is quite harsh. Anyway, he was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. I haven't seen that old man in years. Was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I can bring him up these days.
Because of the feud?
Yeah. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually, he just left. Ran away, without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind to worry senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to send the problems away.
Did you talk it out with your fists?
I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did.
How'd you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him and I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear, but it got them to stop for long enough to get them to listen to me. I threatened that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me because they actually stopped to listen.
Looked mighty scary there, little fella.
Well, thank you. I sat them down and I did my best to be an insuperable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they'd have to go through me.
That sounds rather dangerous. Wouldn't have stopped for them.
What?
You're the size of a stick. You think you can stop two angry wolves?
Oh, well, anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the disagreement.
Feud.
The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people that he cared about. That's no excuse, of course.
No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him best we could. At the very least, would have built a sturdy shed with a scratch-proof wall for full moons.
He didn't expect that, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, all of that. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any of the other human things, or the Kagen things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common.
The sheep.
No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. This silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. Hey, Nana. This is cute tavern game that are a vessel for talking. Yes. Welcome on in. If you want to check out Tavern Talk for yourself, they currently have a demo on Steam, or you can check out the Kickstarter that just went live today. And you got them to do that.
The little stick is strangely persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to.
Maybe because you did want to.
Maybe.
How did it go?
Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first, and apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut.
Wonderful. So, she's talking about the little elf here, Fable, as a little stick, because they're so much smaller and skinnier than she is. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing.
Idiot got so obsessed with the cure he can still barely control himself.
We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he's done. That he has to accept that he's different now, learn how to live again. Of course, it isn't easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. No, they were not talking about that, no. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs.
That sounds like a bunch of...
It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy.
That sounds great.
It is. It's a happy ending.
I wouldn't call it an end, rather the beginning of something new.
So the end of an adventure is just the beginning of a new one?
Yeah, pretty much.
I like that.
So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? Got offered to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus, Elfie was dying to go back here. Was talking about how they needed to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something.
I had to report back about the quest.
I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves.
Oh!
Said something about it being for you, Innkeep.
Oh, really? Yeah? But it's not finished yet. I'll let you know, I promise.
That wasn't that hard, was it?
Oh, well...
So, a drink. What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean make me the usual. Strength never gets old.
So she wants a southern brawler.
Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally.
I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you have something that will calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses. That was a stressful day. Night, morning, sequence of events.
Swift strike. Okay, so that has an intellect and some defense. Here you go.
Thank you. Wow, this is perfect.
You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're gonna pass out any second. So do you.
Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep?
I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. Is it? I disagree. I have a free room. You can stay there. Huh. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. I mean, okay. How are we funding these quests? She gave you the quest to hang up. Shouldn't she be paying? I'm very confused at this economy. Fine. Later, Elfie.
See you later.
Sure. Are you heading home, Fable?
Yes, I've been gone for a whole day. I need to go back and check whether everything is still growing correctly.
Maybe take a nap first.
Yes, that too.
Did you enjoy your first quest?
I did! It was scary and different than I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming.
Have you considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable.
Thank you. I hope this isn't going to be my last adventure.
I think
think this is just the beginning.
That would be nice. You think I'm gonna save the world one day?
That is a very tall order.
You're right. I'm not cut out for that.
I didn't say that. I would just prefer if the world did not end.
Right.
But if it does, you're the first person I will ask for help.
Maybe you should ask Carolyn first, but I'd be happy to be second.
We'll see.
Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point that we shouldn't hope for a calamity like that. Even if it would make for a good song.
Or for a sad one.
Or both. I'm gonna head home now.
Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you.
I can't wait. See you soon.
Aw, good job, Fable. See you soon. Oh, it's you again. All hood down this time. Good evening to you too.
This quest. It was not here yesterday.
That's correct.
It seems dangerous.
It is.
And mysterious.
Sure.
Like me.
You could be a little bit less mysterious by telling me your name.
Zephyr.
Didn't the wind carry you in? Oh, I don't think they liked that.
No. My legs. I want that quest.
Well, you have it.
Not just literally. Physically. Emotionally.
Emotionally.
I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle. To get the cape. I mean... Yes.
Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, the path would be open.
So you know of the castle?
Yes.
It seems strange.
It is. A vampire lives there.
I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange, fiendish woman residing there.
Yes, the vampire. What a coincidence. Me too.
Has she ever frequented your tavern?
No, not recently.
But she is.
Once. Had a vampire mixer.
Interesting. So she was only here at night.
I think they are coming to the conclusion that she's a vampire. Oh my gosh, this Genasi. Yep.
Would you say she was unnaturally pale?
No, she had a lot of makeup on.
But below that mask?
Sure, yes. Well, guess she looks pretty dead below that.
What kind of drink did she order?
Blood.
Interest. You sell blood?
Of course.
Whose blood?
Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle?
Really? All of them?
Yes. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to stay clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing may come inside or leave. And anything that tries to melts into her land in one way or another. As a grave, as a pile of decorative bones, as dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. It sounds like a strange place, like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be achieved in secret, or you are not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than stealing is stealing men's hit. Wait, was that us? Hold on. The only thing worse is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you. Exactly. That definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course. I am one with the shadows and the wind, gone before they even notice me. So you could easily swipe something else together with a cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decoration? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration. Like a chair. Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for the first quest. I prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are a bit empty still. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A small piece of furniture that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to this tavern. Aye. We'll see what I can do about it. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me. Along with a neat little addition to my interior design. It sounds like I'll need stamps. Would you like some? I don't know. It's just a tentacle. Just chilling. There's also a bird here. And yeah, there's a tentacle just chilling there. I think it's part of the plant pot. No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks hold inspiration of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you didn't previously know. Raise yourself from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? Secrets. No, you can't pan the background, so this is all you get to see. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was already here just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy. I spent hours just watching you from afar. That is
definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. That is accurate. And you are swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my infamous drinks. And some of my infamous infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today and could finally unpack them. Infusions. Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could either benefit from some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If used, they will turn you invisible. Eventually. And for a bit. The expiration date is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some Phoenix chilies, but I don't think it's very useful for your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking for? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing. I get it. Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs. Or perhaps a smarter route would be to avoid her wrath entirely. To out-stealth her and steal the cape from below her pale nose. That's what I thought he was gonna do. So that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require the right amount of dexterity. And some invisibility could help with staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with this decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it? Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful of how they interact with the other ingredients. Ooh, new mechanics! They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape, that's this, so I can mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first. That's what I was going to do, and adjust the drink from there. Let's give it a try. All right, so we are going to do a swift strike with, what is this? No, yeah, this one, the Fey Crystal. Did it do anything? There we go. Interesting. Okay. So it already adds a little bit of intellect and a little bit of dexterity. So we're going to do 2 of these. And then 1 of these. So now we have a swift strike. And yeah, with the crystal, let's go. Here you go. A drink that all vampires fear. A liquid sunrise. Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal that? You don't ask for permission before you steal something, Innkeep. Hello, Anta. All right, we'll do a stretch. Then it is no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. Hydrate. Thank you for the hydration reminder. I need to drink a lot for this game. Hello, how are you? I see. The Did you hear of my new drink, the Liquid Sunrise? Ha! A good one. It tastes like the sun, a cold sun, and I shall strike her down as such. The sun? Evelyn. Ah, that makes more sense. Goodbye, innkeep. I would say, pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hope does not lie in the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave. Or for a good story. Farewell. Or for a bitter end. I'm taking this quest. And a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. Nah. Your beds are just too comfortable. It's hard to get up. Of course. My apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? Think I already said that. Make me something strong that'll wake me up. And keep me up, too. Okay. So, sounds like a Southern Brawler is the call. Yeah, it's the only thing that's strong that we have right now. Fable! Hello! Welcome on in and thank you so much for raiding. Hello, raiders. My name is Estani. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a variety streamer, artist, and voice actress, and we're checking out the Tavern Talk extended demo today, where we are making drinks for adventurers. I have to go because otherwise I'll stay here too long. We'll see you later, Nano. If you like this game, be sure to check out the demo. It's on Steam right now. 1 second. Let me give you a shout out. How was your stream? I hope it was good. Welcome on in, everybody. Okay, so we're going to be brewing a Southern Brawler. And she didn't ask for any infusions, so we should be good to just go. We just got done with the shorter demo and this seemed like the perfect dropping off point. Nice. Well, welcome on in, everybody. How'd you like the demo? I am having so much fun with this. I also love Andu. There's a part of me that just wants to make drinks and feed them to him. Misos, welcome on in. Hello, Raiders! My name's Estani. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a variety streamer, artist, and voice actor. We're checking out Tavern Talk, the extended demo today. If you want to check it out for yourself, I'm going to do the promo link here in chat. They just launched their Kickstarter today. They are already past their initial funding goal, which is amazing. But they have a bunch of stretch goals, so if you enjoyed this game, 1, wishlisted on Steam. Check out the demo for yourself. And 3, you can consider backing it on Kickstarter. What does this fine establishment sell? Mostly drinks. They're drinks that bolster your stats, which is kind of cool. Let me give you a shout out, Misos. How was your stream? Oh, I have to wait 9 more seconds before shouting you out.
Rude. There we go. Didn't love that the elf stole my identity, but I'm willing to share. I did notice that you two have similar names. Something strong coming right up.
That is strong. Just the right amount of too much.
Maybe I should call this drink the Carolyn.
No, you shouldn't. Anyway.
Just checking out a game that comes out this Thursday that I got an early access copy of. Very nice. It's called what? Forgive Me, Father 2. What is it about?
Anyway, the quest.
Yes, the quest.
I'm taking it.
So you said. I see it is my turn to make conversation. I'm Miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned.
It's been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am.
It's a shooter kind of like classic Doom and Quake, but in a Call of Cthulhu theme. Oh, that sounds interesting. Personally, not big on shooters, but if you like shooters, that sounds like it'd be very cool. I think that's called boredom. I think it's more called restlessness.
It's torture.
That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen? Couldn't get more reckless than that.
Could be taking Elfie along.
Fair point. Please don't.
Won't. So the saliva's for a vampire.
Vampire sunscreen.
Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves?
It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quest, the quest economy would be in shambles.
Suppose that'd be terrible for your business.
I don't really see how I'm doing any business here, but sure, yeah. Indeed. Does it bother you that it's for a vampire?
No.
Does it make you nervous?
No.
You did mention that you like fangs.
Did I mention that I have a great sword 3 times the size of your head?
I'm sure a vampire would find that impressive. Have you ever encountered a chimera before?
No. Not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian?
Depends. Are you religious?
Guess not.
Then no.
Would it be if I was?
Don't think so. Finally finished community center within year 2 in Stardew. Yay! Congrats! Could have done it year 1, but I hate fishing and getting the stupid cabbage took time too. Yeah, usually it's the cabbage that trips me up. I think my last run that I did on stream, we had everything done by the end of year 1 except for the red cabbage. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So stealing something to protect someone seems in line with the doctrine.
Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job.
Thank you.
Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay. Nervous. Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find. Or to survive. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about guardians? It's less about the guardian and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right?
Yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads?
They are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about that dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she passed each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she...
Pass?
left. One day she was just gone. Think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time.
Your family has a leaving problem.
At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her.
That's so sad.
Going on this quest, it almost feels like I am stepping into a memory of hers.
Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera?
No. Was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think, but never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to tell her that story when I return. If I return.
I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good Baba, but I do enjoy a good tale.
I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much.
This is you talking much.
So, you enjoy dragons?
Heck yeah! They are fascinating creatures. Very interesting, very magical.
They are. Fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little.
Cute!
Really wanted their magic and their wings.
You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. Wait, did I say can or can't? Yeah, you can. You can just ask them for their magic.
I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic.
Why not?
I like my sword. And my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone. Not even dragons.
A little help never hurt anybody.
A little self-reliance don't either.
Fair point. As you say. Does that mean you do not want a drink to pep you up, Lynn?
Didn't say that.
I see. That doesn't count as help.
It's prepayment for me taking on your quest.
Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest.
Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple.
Alright. What can I get you then?
I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body can't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I will need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all for a bad idea.
Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of Phoenix chili could make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight.
Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one.
And on the topic of trickery...
No, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. Which one you pick, I don't care. It's your job. Figure it out.
I don't know which one to go for. So, we could do a sparkling nebula to give her good ideas, or we do a southern brawler. Wait, would it be a southern brawler? It would be a frosted lagoon for defense with the chilies. I like the idea of outsmarting it, but I'm worried that that's not really her bag. I feel like I want to do the defense with the chilies. Alright, so we need 1 charisma. Frosted Lagoon with the chilies. Alright, we're doing it. Figured it.
Thanks. Feeling tougher already, and dangerously close to catching fire myself. Think I could almost take on a dragon like this.
Let's stay grounded.
How urgent is the sunscreen?
Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires.
Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems.
Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun?
Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that man's grove.
Good luck.
Won't be needing it.
I'll be waiting for your story. Feed the little baby dragon. Sweep the floors. Blow out the candle. All right. I'm not sure how much more of this we can play because we only have about 10 minutes left. Good evening. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them about Carolyn's quest and the Wyvern Chimera. Oh, so you heard about it. She told me before she left, in case she told some things to pass on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back. I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves? Of course! We had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings.
Which stars?
Both sets. They are specialized in Cassiopeia. You know, the constellations of the night sky and the astral plane and all? But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about their reflections in the pools of the primordial sea. And she promised to teach me about them too. I can't wait to learn about the way the mirrors echo and distort. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right?
Very.
That's what I thought. Well,
What is it, Fable?
I may or may not have finished the little gift I was talking about yesterday. Or rather, that Carolyn was talking about.
Yes, I recall.
You know, the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves? A reminder of my very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you...
I like trinkets.
Oh!
What is it?
It's an embroidery of a constellation. The werewolves taught me how to do it. While the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections, I imagine it to be a constellation from a faraway realm. I call it the Little Dipper.
It does look like a Little Dipper, with a lot of imagination.
Who knows? Maybe there's a world out there with this exact configuration of stars in the night sky.
Who knows? I wonder. There might be.
Maybe the Little Dipper is part of a larger constellation.
A bear, for example. Perhaps an Ursa Major or Ursa Minor. A bear?
Innkeep, I think you might be the one dreaming up something now.
Most likely.
Are you fond of the stars surrounding us?
I do like to watch them from time to time.
Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars of the astral or the primordial sea?
Astral.
Really? That's surprising. Then again, you do make people change, just like Cassiopeia. You'll have to give me your birth date soon, so I can calculate your birth chart. If that's okay with you, of course.
It is. I'll write it down for you.
That's great, thank you. I think you may be a double jackdaw, are you?
We'll see.
We will.
Until then, care for a drink to wind down?
Yes, please. Though, I will still have to make the rounds around the grove later. So something that'll keep me awake and agile would be nice. Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need?
Sounds like you want a swift strike. Thank you. One moment. Here.
Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need.
I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back.
That sounds like a good idea. I will just idle here a bit if that's okay.
Always. Enjoy your rest, Fable.
Thank you.
Greetings, Innkeep. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, green creature.
Greetings, Mr. Vampire.
Yes, hey, Allie. It is very much inspired by Coffee Talk. Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink?
I am, thank you.
Then I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by chance? It took me hours to find it. I did not.
Are you sure?
I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment, with winding paths and dark corners. Anything could be hiding within them.
Like a vampire.
No, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except for games of hide and seek. I'm very good at those.
Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you.
Mayhaps, but it has underestimated my skill. As a 3 times hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn.
It's not that young.
The wood is not even rotting yet, dear innkeep. It still has many eons to go.
That would be nice.
As a celebration of a match well won...
Oh, that's me, not the vampire. As a celebration of a match well won, may I offer you a drink?
Yes, I think that would be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it onto the menu yet?
Not yet.
Shame! Then I shall have some of that faux blood again, please. It does make my bones feel more sturdy.
Coming right up. Some faux blood for your bones.
Ah! This is perfect, innkeep.
The only thing that could make me happier would be a drink lovingly titled The Innkeeper's Vein. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula.
Speaking of dreams, how is the retrieval of my cape coming along?
Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved.
I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy.
I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he will return soon, and you and your cape can be reunited.
Marvelous!
Speaking of inseparable teams, where is Rhea?
Oh, she has taken a day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to also take a day off and spend her vacation with her.
Oh no! But when I wanted to follow her to the market,
my sleeve caught on fire, and my hand, and my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen are very bad this time of year.
And the sun. The sun is also bad for vampires.
It is?
Yes.
Right. I need sunscreen.
It's in the works. Did you get to see the market later?
I did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that makes your heart dance.
But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely.
Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. But he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me to ash. What a jokester!
Dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone.
Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. had a great crepe recommendation. Okay. Why did I pull that up? I must have accidentally clicked on that. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles? Yes! It tasted deliciously dead. I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. What rumor is that? Strangers come to town. He likes plum crepes and spooky armor. We did, though I feel like he has something of me, and I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape. Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would have never agreed to that. It is my cape, after all. Did I miss the S? The S! The cool S! Maybe he wanted my Pasca recipe. Is it good? Very much so. Then I would like it as well. Oh, yes, you. Me. He asked me about you. Me. Yes, said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. I sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver your greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the faux piece your precious innkeep has found in her house of denial. I think we have a rival or a villain. Very poetic, if you ask me. Very. If only I could remember his name. Does the description ring any bells for you? No. I'm afraid not. We have to be lying here. Too bad. Must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together? I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Maybe. Do you want to tell me more? Oh, this is me, not them. You want to tell me more about your time at the market? Surely. I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat. Or a crescent elder moon necklace. I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Ray as a welcome back from vacation gift. That's very sweet. Your friend bought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. We should never deny our friends, even if we do not remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives only in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself, to celebrate the dawn of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She is the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight, reflected in the primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only for a short period of time. To me, she is the harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we will change this month. I hope to be more capeful and sunscreened by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on ingredients.
Ah, the refusal to change is dangerous, innkeeper.
It always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. That sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises mourning, but celebration also, does it not? For example, my dear Rhea met me hating vampires, and now she likes me. True change has already occurred before the stars have changed, it seems. I'm not gonna say I think she still hates you, because that's mean, so we'll just be nice to them. You're hard to dislike, very nice.
Oh, how sweet of you.
As sweet as my blood. I have a lot of it. I would hope you do.
And it runs warm when people are kind to me.
In all my millennia, kindness has always made me the happiest.
There's nothing greater than a friendship, don't you think?
And nothing more fragile.
That makes it all the more precious.
That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me that he would like to see you again.
He said... What was it?
Don't think too hard about it.
Ah, of course. The letter.
Letter?
The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture.
I don't want it.
I shall pass it on to you swiftly.
Thank you.
Are you not going to open it?
Nope. I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight.
But wouldn't it be kind of romantic?
Hey, our tentacle plant is gone.
It would go so well with the fireworks.
Also, is this new? I don't remember if this has always been there. Too bad.
I will remember, I promise, and then I shall deliver his message in full.
Don't think too hard about it.
I do remember the fireworks.
What fireworks?
I have no clue.
He said he hopes you will enjoy them.
Fireworks. Doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they are not a private event.
Now I'm worried this is like explosive runes. I think that would be difficult with fireworks. Oh! Oh no!
I don't mean to interrupt, but... What is it, little fawn? Look outside! I think the fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful! They're falling from the sky. Hello, little fireworks. Sparkle on.
Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. Dear player, you've reached the end of the Tavern Talk extended demo. It's been a pleasure to take you on this little journey through the Wayfarer's Inn. Hey, Fujin, welcome to the end of the stream. It's hard to find time because of mini Fujin and other stuff. I just have a hard time to be on Twitch. That's fair. I hope everything's going well for you. But we've been checking out the Tavern Talk extended demo, which has been really fun. And if you want to check it out for yourself, it's currently on Kickstarter. Actually, I'm curious how
their Kickstarter is going. They have raised $24,365. They have hit their initial funding goal, and their next stretch goal, I think, is... Oh, that's cute. If they get an extra $10, which they already have, they're gonna get nuggets. But the next stretch goal is at 30,000 euros, which will unlock a new character who has an amazing design. Jade looks great, and I want to meet Jade. So be sure to check it out if you want to play it for yourself. They do have a demo up on Steam. I hope you enjoyed the little insight into the adventures to come. I did. It was very fun. I'm very worried about this, though. Thank you for playing. Oh, look, there's the team. Very nice. So yes, be sure to check it out. It's a lovely little game. The drink mixing's fun. I like all the characters so far. It's really pretty. I love all the art in it too. I think this has always been there. Okay. Well, that helps. Oh, and there comes the tentacle. Hello. All right. I'm honestly a little bit glad that it ended there because that was a lot of reading and my voice could use the rest, but I liked that. So like I said, if you want to check it out for yourself, it's currently live on Kickstarter. It's got, I think, like another 28 days where it's going to be on Kickstarter raising money for those stretch goals. So if it sounds like it's your jam, consider backing it. Or if you want to try out the demo for yourself, they have it live on Steam. Though it's going to be a little bit shorter than what we got to play here today. Let's get some music going and we are going to say goodnight. I feel a little bit bad leaving just as you got here, Fujin, but it's lovely to see you and I hope things are going well for you. And I'm going to get some music going. We'll roll credits, we'll say goodnight, and I'll let you know when and where you can find me next. I gotta reload my Spotify. Oh, started in the middle of the song. As always, thank you all so much for being here, hanging out and watching. Shout out to all of our mods for doing the mod things. I appreciate you all, especially when I was struggling with some stuff at the beginning of the stream. I really appreciate you helping out by doing the commands in chat for me. Thank you so much. Special thanks to all of our supporters over on Ko-fi. And thanks to everyone who rated on in here. I appreciate that. Thank you for streaming that. It looks very cool. I'm very excited to see more of it, and I'm glad I got to share it with you all. At least I said hi. I'm glad we got to see you at least. So we are going to be back on Friday. I have not yet decided what we're going to be playing. I'm probably going to do a poll up in the Discord, so if you have any strong opinions about what you'd like to see me play on Friday, be sure to vote in the poll. Thanks for being here, Jazz. It was nice hanging out with you, and yeah, maybe Valheim in a bit if you're feeling like it. Then I'm going to be off Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but we'll be back on Tuesday with more stuff. We might be coming back to Morrowind, we might be doing something else. We will eventually come back to Morrowind. I do promise you, I want to play more of it, but there's like a lot of things happening, a lot of games coming out, and we'll just see how I'm feeling. It's in the rotation, it will come back, I promise. If you are new here, be sure to hit that follow button. You can also hit the bell next to the heart and get notifications right here on Twitch whenever I go live. We also don't have any follower alerts, so if that's something that makes you anxious, don't worry about it. It won't show up on stream. I know it's something that makes me anxious. I'm one of those people who I'm like, I'm gonna wait for the stream to be over and then I'll hit the follow button when nobody can see me. Please do not perceive. Yeah, I thought it was going to be done like an hour ago, Jazz. They told me it was 2 hours, but it ended up being about 3 with reading. So yeah, I'll just need to fill up my water and then we can Valheim. Yeah, if you like notifications, join the Discord or follow me on Twitter or Blue Sky, because I always post whenever I go live. If you're looking for places off of Twitch to find and support my content, I have a Ko-Fi, it's a tip jar. I have a Patreon where I post art stuff. I am a humble partner and a Clip Studio partner, so there's loads of places for you to find and support my content. I'm gonna give Jazz a shout out, because Jazz, are you gonna be streaming the Valheim thing? You totally can. I just want to know if I should be like, hey, go follow Jazz, because I'm gonna be hanging out with Jazz playing some Valheim. Or if I'm gonna be like, hey, you don't get to see it. Yeah, I'll shout you out anyway. Go hang out with Jaws. She's been playing a lot of Valheim and it's been very fun. There. But we are gonna raid somewhere. So who's live? Where am I sending you all? I feel like there aren't any fitting streams to follow what we've been doing. So maybe I'll raid into Nikono. I don't know what Nico's up to, but I don't think we've raided Nico in a very long time, and he's doing just a just chatting stream, so this seems like nice and chill. So we're gonna head over there. Or, like I said, you can maybe go over to Jazz's channel, because Jazz might be streaming Valheim in a little bit. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, Nico's a wonderful friend of the channel and fellow member of Team Emporium, so please go say hi, give him some love. Thank you all so much for hanging out and watching and being here. Have a great night. Chaos, probably, mostly, definitely. Okay, well, it'll be fine. It'll be fun. Have a great night, everybody.